You can call me love. You can call me warmness. You can call me life and enlightenment. You can call me Christ. You can name it good and nature. You can call it ancient light. Call me whatever you want, but I'm not. So I'm Not in Your Mind. That song is one of the singers that's coming in the BlisstOut Fest. What's up, community? It's your girl. It's Leanne. I'm getting blissed out today with a community sponsor, Alex from Eternal Abundance. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Hi, Leanne. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And that was our Ronald Westline, who's just released his album and he's releasing more singles. He's getting a lot of views. His dream, remember from the podcast, was to get a Grammy. So we're so excited. We're getting ramped up for next week's event, online event, BlisstOut Network on Facebook. And we are growing. We are spreading love. And we are fulfilling one of my biggest desires was supporting vegan brands in the community. And Alex, who's with us today, is an owner of Eternal Abundance restaurant in Vancouver. They have an online shop and they do have an in-store restaurant and organic grocery. I've known Alex now for years, working with Andrew Resmer, and I've eaten in the restaurant several times. It's one of my favorite places to go. And I know community friends that are watching this, whether you're in Conscious Living or Unite Everywhere, we all love what she does and what she gives to us. And today we get to highlight a little bit about how it all started, a little bit about environmental wellness, what she's offering to the community, as BlisstOut has 3 pillars: creativity, music, and wellness. And she's a huge advocate for it out in the community. And I'm so grateful to be with you today, Alex.
Thank you. Yeah,
so tell us a little bit about Eternal Abundance from your perspective. How did it all start?
Eternal Abundance started around, we're actually the second owners of it. It did start around 2002, 2003, just as an entirely organic, fresh produce market. A few months in, an associate of the owner installed a small cafe and ran that for several years. I think that was called Rooted Cafe. 2010, the old owner, Ralph, he put the place up for sale. Andrew, who is a big believer in health and wellness, supporting sustainability, all those kind of things, he purchased the business. And I joined in January of 2011. So I've been there just over 10 years now. But yeah, we're all about like supporting small local farmers, supporting small artisan businesses, supporting our community wellness with organics, with plant-based foods, with vegan foods.
Yeah, I've had some of the menu.
Enzyme-rich, nutrient-rich food.
Yeah, I've had some of the menu, and
making
amazing.
Healthy vegan food tastes delicious. So.
Oh, I loved hearing that. Sorry, I just got cut out there, but healthy vegan food tastes delicious.
Yeah, and we offer the market now. I mean, we do fresh produce. We also do superfoods, every kind of like simple whole food staple you could find in your pantry. A really nice spice selection, nuts and seeds, all kinds of foods that you need to live like a whole foods, vegan, organic diet.
So this start for you at a young age, being vegan, or is it recently, or how long has this been for you?
I went vegan in 2007. So my background is in, I did a biology degree at UBC in conservation biology because I was really concerned about the environment. And during that time, I did a project on like factory farming. And I learned about like, the manure pits kind of thing and the ways that waterways are being influenced by animal agriculture. So there's the environmental effects. And then I learned about like how animals are treated and how they're housed and how they're propped up on antibiotics and how that can affect human health. So there's like the animal welfare and the human health side of it. And water consumption and land usage and grain consumption to feed these animals, all these kinds of things. So when I did that project, I went vegetarian. I was like, I don't feel comfortable, knowing what I know, I don't feel comfortable continuing to eat animal flesh. That was kind of my first step. And then after a year of doing that, and I also was in Europe for a year, I came back and I was like, oh, well, actually like eggs, like the egg farming industry is quite harmful to male chicks, for instance. And I don't want to be associated with dairy, just like the forced impregnation of a female animal. Like being a female myself, I wouldn't want to have my body harnessed to feed a non-cow life, like a human life. Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing that for since 2007. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, there's so many options that are popping up throughout Vancouver and throughout the world in terms of vegan plant-based eating. There's a lot of good movies that have come out, a lot of education going on, and a lot of big businesses getting into it too. So it seems like the world is shifting a little bit towards more of a vegan plant-based lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the huge effect that it has on climate change and a lot of the shifts on now that what we're seeing with COVID and everything locking down in the world just because of testing on an animal, right? So that's it's a powerful thing, and I know that
yeah.
you're ahead of the game, which I commend you for, because people are waking up to it now and making those choices. I know it's a tough time with COVID too, but it's another reason why I wanted to support you and also be supported by you, because I believe in the same thing. But I also believe that if we have any impact of keeping these businesses open and where we're putting our events, this is what I thrive for with BlisstOut Network is it's vegan focused only so that I can make a choice for climate change.
Yeah.
So I highly respect that. And working with Andrew for about a decade, I highly respect him. Sitting in there, having meetings with him, and then meeting you years ago, it had so much effect of, just really pure essence. And I can say that about coming in there, how you have your plates and your cups and stuff like that. And I know there probably is a little bit of changes right now with COVID. Is anybody eating in there right now, or what's going on with the 3-week lockdown, or are you guys just doing takeout?
No, yeah. So until it's supposed to be through what today's the 18th. So through tomorrow, there's supposed to be the lockdown. In truth, I haven't looked at the news in the last couple of days. It's just been kind of shutting it off. But from what I understand, so since March 30th, we haven't been allowed to have dine-in. It's only been dining outside on the patio or to go. We are on Uber Eats and we are on DoorDash, and that's helping us. But that loss of the in-store dining has, it's of course impacted us quite a bit. But yeah, from what I understand, the restrictions I think are going to be held in place. There's been rumor of it being held through to the long weekend. Yeah.
So it's affecting a lot of
I don't know.
businesses. You're doing great things. I know with the festival coming up, viewers, and sorry for any interruptions here, but with the festival coming up next weekend, I just think it's a great time too that me and Alexandra had already discussed that there's going to be a promo code that she's going to be able to offer and set up, make it available for next weekend when the events is going on, so that you guys get a chance. Like I know that there's even the supplements that she has in there, and the raw nuts and the spices, and then you've got certain vegan cheeses in your fridge. What else do you have in your fridge there? You have juices, cold press, or what do you have?
Oh yeah, we support a lot of small local places. So I mean, the cheeses are mainly from Miyoko's, which is like a vegan organic cheesery, I guess you'd call it, or creamery out of California. They're quite popular. Okay. But we have like local like iced teas, kombucha, of course, tempeh yogurts, all organic and vegan, like local frozen berries and stuff like that. Yeah, lots of things. So yeah, desserts, awesome. Of course, that's like these are the first things we can get people, especially with the raw desserts, because they're healthier. Like the sugars are healthier in there.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that too. So like I know I've dined out being vegan. I went vegetarian like when I was 15 to about 19. There was a whole bunch of shift there, and then I've been vegan now 5 years. And the changeover, naturally, my body didn't even want the milk and one of these things, but that was coming, like my psyche and meditation was like, okay, something in there, and I had to listen to the inner guidance. My son finally like, Mom, we're doing this. Watch all these videos, just take those couple more things out of our diet. Let's support the environment. So I've been growing in that for about the last 5 years. But there is something that I feel you offer in your business that a lot of people don't. When it comes to like some of your raw sandwiches, like the breads, and I know your soups are cooked and stuff like that, but there's options that are not processed as much. And maybe you can talk a little bit about that, and your desserts. Let's talk about your desserts and previous catering, because I know you've done catering. So I want all the options there, even when COVID is on, so that people see the video, right?
Yeah. So what sets our menu apart from other places is that of course, we're all vegan. B, we're entirely organic. Well, like 99% of our ingredients are organic. There's a few things that aren't, like nutritional yeast and chaga. Everything is made in small batches, of course, because we're a very small place. And most of our menu is raw. So you'd mentioned like the raw sandwich, we make like a really lovely, like a flax rosemary onion bread. And that is like, it's kind of like a big soft flax bread, which we use for the sandwich. We make really nice like miso walnut curry roll, like a sushi roll, which is really good. The desserts, they're entirely raw. And so they're, instead of being like flour based, they have like cashews or almonds or pumpkin seeds, or, and there's dates and used in there to sweeten them. So we have some really nice things like key lime bar and like a mint nanaimo pie and our raw turtles. They're like a sprouted caramel or sprouted almond butter caramel with pecans and dates, and they're divine. If they weren't so difficult to make, I'd like secretly eat more of them or just eat more of them, period. And within that too, we also do support a few different local dessert makers. So we have like Glow chocolates, we have Zimps chocolates, and we also have Living Lotus. So those are all like healthily sweetened organic vegan treats. Some of them have absolutely no sugar. So people who have like candida issues or cancer, or they're just, off sugar doing a cleanse, the Glow chocolates are suitable for them. So we have a wide range of things. So again, that falls in line with like supporting local producers and supporting healthy options for the community.
And then your grocery, let's talk a little bit about that, because I know that half of the store is a little bit of a grocery store. And you got fruits and vegetables. What do you specialize in there?
Yeah, I mean, fruits and vegetables. So every kind of like, citrus and apples, and lots of, we've got like a produce cooler with celery and greens. And right now we even have locally harvested things like wild foraged nettle, fiddleheads, pea tips, things like that. And yeah, every kind of basic vegetable you need for making like a really nice stew or roasted vegetables, or a really lovely salad, like again, to support like a whole food, organic, vegan diet.
And some books
and then
too,
within that too,
for cooking, like people that don't know how to cook, they can buy their
books
groceries
anymore.
in there. A little bit of books. I think you guys have a little bit of knowledge there to help people on the journey. Because when they're transferring into veganism, they can get those books there. You got a bunch of knowledge there too, right?
Yeah, we actually don't have the books anymore. They just weren't selling very well. So we had to, because we're quite small, we had to prioritize the use of the space. But yeah, we have pretty much everything to make, whether it's like raw foods or stews or casseroles or anything like that, you can pretty much find with us.
Well, viewers, just because you guys know Dr. Dylan Cutler, our vegan doctor who has the ebook, you can wrap up her ideas and go over to Eternal Abundance, fill up your bags, and help yourself through this. Now, I also know the amazing people that she works with in her team, no matter who she has around her, that have options to help you through your purchase and help you to wrap up even through the phone or through an online order. I'm so grateful, Alexandra, that we were able to be spontaneous and just, start this feeling. I used to do a lot of go out and get a ton of sponsors for events for about a decade. And I'm like, I want to start this next one with at least something in the community that I can support, that can support me, and that has the same morals and values. So knowing you and you jumping in, I appreciate a lot. I know I got a message from Andrew Resmer too, and I know he'll watch this. He was so grateful, and he's so grateful for the leadership that you're doing too. So it's so good to be with you. It's always good to be with you. And did you want to leave your website? Just say it out loud, and then I can also take it to this video when we put it up.
Yeah, of course. So one thing I wanted to mention, that with COVID, we of course have the in-store shopping, but we also have curbside pickup. So if people want to order groceries or order from the cafe, they can go to our website, and there is a link that you can view what we have in store, and you can either send that order form to us. You can either download it, complete it, send it to us, or you can just email us your list. And we also do offer delivery on Wednesdays and Fridays. So people just have to email in by the day before at 4:00. And that's all available on our website, which is www.eternalabundance.ca. Okay.
And then what's the best way to get a hold of you? Through the website, or any other way to reach you? Do you want people messaging you through Facebook or?
Yeah, email is actually the best. Email's good.
Okay.
We have the record there. So yeah, our email is info@eternalabundance.ca. eternalabundance.ca.
info@eternalabundance.ca. So we'll put that below the video once this is edited. It's a beautiful Sunday day, lots of sun out there. I hope you get some vitamin D. And it's so good to be with you. We'll keep all the viewers updated on the BlisstOut code that's going to be ready on the website to get your special offer for next week. And we're so grateful. Thank you so much, Alex.
Great. Thanks, Leanne. Bye.
Bye.